Here we go. The Welsh Government has said that in large supermarkets or department stores, it will be clear that certain sections or aisles of the store must be cordoned off or emptied, and closed to the public. New regulations, being introduced 23rd of October 2020, say that parts of a store selling electrical goods, telephones, clothes, toys and games, and products for the garden should be closed to the public, and these products should not be sold. Welsh Government says it recognises the enormous efforts businesses have made to become safe places, but that it was important to minimise spread of the virus. The regulation states, this requirement to close during the firebreak period is not a reflection on those efforts, and we appreciate that some business environments make only a low or moderate contribution to the risk of transmitting the virus. But at this stage, minimizing any contribution to the spread of the virus is important. The general rule for shops. The regulations say, the default position with regard to shops, any business selling goods or services for sale or hire in a shop, from 6 p.m. on Friday the 23rd of October is that they should all be closed, unless they are a category of shop that provides goods or services that is explicitly allowed. Places that are allowed to stay open. Food retailers, including food markets, supermarkets, convenience stores, corner shops and establishments selling food or drink for consumption off the premises. Cafes and canteens at a hospital, care home, school or within accommodation provided for students. Canteens at a prison or an establishment intended for use for naval, military or air force purposes or for the purposes of the Department of the Secretary of State responsible for defense. Hospital libraries and libraries at educational establishments. News agents. Building supplies and hardware stores. Pharmacies, including non-dispensing pharmacies, and chemists. Bicycle shops. Petrol stations. Car repair and motor services. Taxi or vehicle hire businesses. Banks, building societies, credit unions, short-term loan providers, savings clubs, cash points and undertakings which by way of business operate currency exchange offices, transmit money, or any representation of money, by any means or cash checks which are made payable to customers. Post offices. Laundrettes and dry cleaners. Dental services, opticians, audiology services, chiropody, chiropractors, osteopaths and other medical certified. Veterinary surgeons and pet shops. Agricultural or aquacultural supplies shops. Livestock markets or auctions. Funeral directors. This position extends beyond retailers selling goods such as clothes stores and includes any business operating out of a shop, such as estate agents, travel agents. Businesses operating out of shops should therefore assume they will be required to close those shops and cease their activities, with the exceptions of activities stated later in this guidance, unless they are explicitly listed in the regulations. This is consistent with the overarching requirement imposed on the people of Wales to stay at home during the firebreak period. The default position is that people must stay at home unless they have a reasonable excuse to leave. Reasonable excuses are listed, but they only apply if leaving home is necessary. So leaving home for any reason that is not essential is not allowed. Shops selling multiple types of product. Many shops sell more than one type of product in their stores, and some, such as supermarkets or department stores, sell many types of products there. As of 6 p.m. on Friday the 23rd of October, there are now restrictions on what products may be sold in stores. Other products can only be sold through delivery services, online, by telephone or mail order. The rules say, this has been done in view of the need for everybody to stay at home unless it is necessary to leave. People should not leave home to buy any goods that aren't essential during the firebreak period. It also follows that in order to maintain a level playing field and to reduce interaction between people away from home, shops that sell multiple products should not be allowed to sell products sold by a shop that has been required to close. What can be sold? The products and services which can be sold, or hired out, in stores are any products which would normally be sold in food and drink retailers, including off licenses. News agents. Building supplies and hardware stores. Pharmacies and chemists. Bicycle shops. Petrol stations. garages and vehicle hire businesses, post offices, banks, building societies and similar, pet shops, agricultural and aquacultural supplies shops, livestock markets and auctions, batteries, light bulbs and rubber gloves that would often be sold in other types of shop that are allowed to remain open, such as petrol stations and newsagents. They may continue to be sold. The rules state, businesses which would normally sell a range of products in their stores may only sell those items which fall into the categories above. This is likely to mean some areas of stores should be closed to customer access. It will be important though for such stores to manage access to different categories of goods in a way that ensures customers and staff can circulate safely within the store. Some products may need to remain available to avoid creating unnecessary constraints on a mixed product aisle to the safe circulation of customers. The list is not exhaustive and you should